There's your more price history. All right, Bittrex chart has a lot more price history. So if you're a UTK fan, even if you deal with it on KuCoin or or Binance or Binance US or whatever, the chart to really have saved is probably going to be on the Bittrex chart. It seems to have the most price history here. Well, if it comes below this little triangle area here, it's going to fall straight down to 8.8 cents. Let me try to... Yeah, if it falls below that triangle, it's going to come straight down. It does have a strong chance of continuing to bounce there in the conditions that Bitcoin stays pretty steady, but your line to focus on would be connecting the very beginning of price history, kind of piercing through it, and whatever the first massive move up, that wick, all right, connect those two areas, and that goes to the recent wick low. You really kind of want to focus on that line mixed with this horizontal. That's what's making that triangle. As long as it can stay in or above that triangle, it's not going to have a big spill, but... once it'll probably fall 50% real fast, and that would be probably capitulation targets if Bitcoin were to head back down. But as of now, it looks like it has a chance to do something. What Bitcoin is doing is continue to use these trading channels here and float choppy and sideways up, something to this effect. It has a strong chance of doing that. I would really recommend making this line on your chart. That's a pretty important line. It's an extremely important line actually right now. And I think it's going to offer the support for price. I think price in general, assuming Bitcoin doesn't have a capitulation event soon, the price of this is probably going to move somewhere like this, like in this area. Probably not too much above this arrow and not too much below this area. It's going to keep floating and chopping up. But yeah, your key area, I mean, this horizontal roughly at 16.5 cents, that's going to be pretty key because that's the bottom of the triangle. But your initial warning sign is going below this ascending line here. That would be your warning shot. And then your final blow, more like, confirmation that this is going to really spill, is like a 4-hour candle closure below 16.5 cents. It's going to start spilling. Would it spill 50% immediately? No. Something like Cardano, it's slowly bleeding after it fell off its cliff at $1, right? Cardano hasn't... after this dollar line was broken, it came up, tested it, it's just slowly spilling down. That's something to the effect that UKT might do. So this is kind of like UTK 16.5% line. 18 days later, Cardano's only down 20% below. It's not going to be a spill all the way. And speaking of Cardano, I mean, this is not going to provide